Hi, how you doing? It's Talking Trash. We are high production value today. Jeff is out back, helping us out, back from his worldwide U.S. tour. Pops is running the camera in studio, and Mike. Say hello, Pops.
Hello.
And so he can jump in anytime he wants now from right in the studio, or even jump in front of the camera, or come tackle us if he doesn't like what way the show's going, things of that nature, so he can still watch it out. And of course, Matt is out back as well. Seth is in the building now. So we have more production staff here today than people on camera, which is rare for us, and that's huge.
It's different. Yes.
We are ready to go with our one hot lead minute, unless somebody else has something else I want to get out of the way before we get to that.
I don't really have a minute, but yeah.
All right. You don't really have a minute?
I don't really have a minute this week.
You want to make up a minute while he goes?
Possibly.
All right.
You got to think of something.
Fire away. Give us a minute.
If I sneeze during the middle of this, I apologize.
He has a cold.
Because I feel one coming on. But anyway.
All right, now your minute's starting.
All right. The NASCAR race, for the first time ever, was delayed until Tuesday. This was crazy because they couldn't race on Sunday, rain in Michigan. Couldn't race on Monday because it rained again. So they just kept making it earlier. Finally, they squeezed it in there. Kurt Busch got the W. But it was crazy that it kept raining for this long. And if they hadn't got this in on Tuesday, who knows when they would have been able to get it in, because the NASCAR schedule was so jam-packed for the next couple of weeks that there was no way that were going to be able to get this in. So this would have been a very interesting situation had it rained again yesterday. They would have needed to get to Bristol to do that race. And then what that would have done was that wouldn't have left really a lot of chances for the people at the bottom of the pack of the points to get into the chase, because there's only 3 more races now to go to get into the chase. So pretty much they really had to get it in, and it's a good thing that they did. First time ever that a race wasn't done until a Tuesday.
Good. That was good. You got that minute right onto it. I'm proud of you. Yeah. You want me to go, or are you ready with a minute?
I don't think I have a whole minute.
But you have a minute. See, this is the joy of the show.
All right.
Is that we each get 1 minute to talk uninterrupted.
Well, I could probably sneeze
so you
for
can
about a minute.
You can either start and then not use it all, but it's your time.
All right. Well, I'll start my minute.
Minute.
I don't know if I'll get the whole minute in.
All right, do it.
Here we go. Over this past weekend, we went down on Saturday to see the Red Sox take on the Anaheim Angels. It was the second game in the 3-game series. But on Friday, they played 2 games. The one they had to make up and an evening game. So we go down on Saturday, and I go with my future father-in-law, a good friend of mine, Thomas, and Kyle here, who Kyle had to go out and specially purchase an Angels hat to go down to Fenway Park, I have to add. So we get down to Fenway Park. Our seats are not spectacular, but they're not terrible. We're not bleeding from the nose yet or anything, so it's not so bad. So we go to the game. We watch the first couple innings, and sure enough, the Angels jump out to a 5-0 lead. They're powered by a Vladimir Guerrero home run and I believe a Sean Figgins home run. That jumped them out to an early 5-0 lead. Well, in the bottom of the 5th inning, the Red Sox rally. They score 6 runs, which was powered by a big Poppy grand slam. And the best part of the whole experience was Kyle having his hat shaken by a Red Sox fan after Poppy hits a grand slam.
So you didn't think you had a minute in you? You went over a minute. And by the way, flag on the play. Flag on the play.
Yes, I know. I should be penalized. I just want to say that it was a rather gorgeous blonde female that shook my head. So I was more than okay with that happening.
Hey, I commend you for having the guts to go ahead in there.
Oh yeah.
With that hat.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Even with the most racist fans of baseball.
Yes,
which
they
has
are.
nothing to
They
do
are
with
some
it,
pretty.
They are some
pretty craptastic fans.
All right.
That was great.
I got a minute.
All right.
Can I go? I'm
Yeah.
going to twist my hat around, even though Matt hates it when I twist the hat around because it gets the shadow in my eye. But we are here in the Georgia Dome today behind me, and I'm wearing my Falcons hat, and I'm wearing it in support. I'm not wearing it in support of MV, as I'm going to call him from now on, because his name's not worth speaking. But it is in support of the Atlanta Falcons, who I would say this year should be this year's New Orleans Saints. It's not as serious a thing as a hurricane, but everybody in the league, fans, people need to get behind this team and support them. The Falcons have already run into a lot of problems on and off the field with fans getting in their face about MV and what he did and making comments that are obscene and inappropriate. Nobody on that team, on or off the field, from the people in the offices to the people on the field to the people bringing the guys on the field their water, was in on this. And if they were, it'll be found out and they'll go down too. They are not a part of this. Don't take them down too. It's not their fault. It's not the Falcons' fault. It's not the city of Atlanta's fault. Please don't hold it against them. It's unfair.
All right.
All right. I'll turn the hat
Fair
around
enough.
to get rid of the shadow. Yeah, Matt likes that.
Can we weigh in a little bit more on just the Atlanta Falcons? We don't have to go,
Okay.
MV on it or anything, but just for my perspective, there's a guy going to be down there this year, Joey Harrington, most likely is going to be a huge benefactor in this. And one of the things that I find most interesting is that as crazy as Matt Millen was, he signed him to a big contract, didn't work out in Detroit. So they bumped him along and he went to Miami. And it didn't really work out in Miami, although he did have some playing time because of the Culpepper thing that never worked out down there. So now he's in his third different city. And maybe the third time's a charm. Maybe it'll happen for the Falcons. But I really think that they're going to be the front runner for one of the top 5 picks, unfortunately.
I think you're going to see one of the guys that are kind of the top guy in college football right now, like a John David Booty or a Brian Braum, might end up in Atlanta.
What do you think?
Because I think
I think that's
they're really
probably
gonna be
true, and it's a good segue into noting that next week will be our NFL special, where ourselves and one other panelist will be joining us to talk exclusively about the NFL, and then the week after that, the 3 of us are going to be in Buffalo for the season opener with the Bills and the Broncos.
I think you're a week off. I think next week's just the end of August.
Right, so that's
Yeah.
when we're going to do the NFL special.
Oh, all right, wow.
Yeah,
That's when we're going to do it.
I won't be here.
He's not going to be here. Maybe we won't do
I
it.
don't know.
I don't know.
I forgot.
It might be in
I didn't
2
think it was
weeks.
next
A little
week. Anyway,
communication.
We're gonna need
All
we're gonna
right.
need a
Live show.
calendar.
All
I
right.
think it might be 2 weeks. I think we're a week ahead of ourselves here.
But it's coming.
It is coming. It's
And
gonna
it's
be a
gonna
big.
be
It's gonna be a big
ludicrous.
deal. That's why we're so
I think
stoked
you're
about
correct,
it.
though. I'm pretty sure next week is, and the following week after that. We'll find out.
We're gonna need a calendar. We'll figure
Sorry.
that all out for you.
Whatever. It doesn't really matter. There's going to be a show, and it's going to be good. It's going to be all NFL, and that's all.
And